for that. And man, when we call ourselves waiting to 2 years after to have the quintuplets, we thought we were having our 5th baby when we were having 5 babies. We were blown away.
So let me ask you a question. I'm gonna get a little graphic, right? But you're a dad. This is medical terms, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I had my kids, I was amazed to see 1 kid come out.
Yes.
5 coming out though? What size were those kids, and who was catching them?
He said, "Who's catching them?" He said, "Who's catching them?"
Who was? Yeah, I mean, yeah, they had to have a nurse. You know what I mean?
Envy, there were a total, including, well, I didn't get, listen, so check this out. So this was we conceived them in Vegas, but at the time, Vegas, our doctor told us that he didn't really want us to have them in Vegas. He didn't feel that we had the proper equipment to care for that many babies at one time. And I think it was as many as like 3 to 4 people, was it 5 people per baby? It was almost 30 people in that room, and that was not including my wife and myself. So I made it to that delivery late. By the time I made it to Arizona, because that's what we delivered, by the time I made it to Arizona, my wife had already had them. They came, my birthday is September 16th. They were due on my birthday. They wind up coming. So I was scheduled to go out. I was scheduled to fly from Vegas to Arizona on September 9th to be there for like a week before they came. They wind up coming September 6th. So that just threw, so literally I get the phone call from the doctor, your wife is in active labor and we cannot stop it. And I got on the first thing smoking, but I still wind up missing the delivery. That was the only birth that I wasn't there for. And of course it was a significant one is that. Every child is big, but you imagine 5, we had looked forward to it. So I had to take the stories that she gave me.
Now what size were the babies? What were their sizes when they came out? How much did they weigh?
The smallest baby was like what 1.6 was the smallest, and then the biggest was 2.14. It was like 2.14 was the largest.
So in that case, like if you just joined us, if you just tuned into the live, I'm talking to the Doricos, a Doubling Down with Doricos, a show on TLC. You know, you guys laugh at me all the time by having a lot of kids. And y'all laugh at me and saying every year I have an annual baby shower. But this brother right here, Dion, has 14 kids. They have an annual day. This is crazy. I love the story. I love seeing black love like this in big black families. So
yes.
Now with the babies being such a small size, did they have to stay in the hospital for a while, or was there any concern?
That's another thing. That's what made the story so great, Envy, was we had absolutely no health challenges. So the babies just had to get their weight up, of course, but my wife had none of the health challenges that's associated with women with 1 baby, such as gestational diabetes, preeclampsia. None of those things that my wife had. She had absolutely nothing. So we had the baby stay in Arizona for 2 weeks, and then thank God for Aetna. We have the absolute best health care insurance. So Aetna flew us via jet from Arizona to Nevada, and then our babies went into Summerlin Hospital here. So all of them were in the hospital about 2 months before they started coming home.
So what is your grocery bill a month? Like a week, I should say a week. What is the grocery bill a week? Because I mean, between Capri Suns, water, juices, snacks, and all that, like,
we know you have children, brother. When you say Capri Suns, we know you have children.
I got Capri.
Yeah, you get it, Imano. But so per week it's about, I guess, 800, 850, 900. I know a month I'm out of $3,500.
Oh, just food.
Just food. It's more than our mortgage. No lie, it's more than our mortgage bill. Yep.
Do y'all go on vacation?
As a matter of fact, we just came back. Well, it was sort of a vacation. My wife lost her uncle, and that was in South Carolina. So we just came back from there. What was it, a month ago? And understand, just renting, we had to rent 2 vehicles. We had to ship clothes. We had to minimize the amount of luggage because we still had to take luggage. So us shipping the clothes in advance cut down on the amount of luggage, and we still had to have a 3rd vehicle meet us there for the overage and luggage, because remember, the 15-passenger van don't have any cargo space. Like my 15-passenger van has no cargo space. So by the grace of God, I'm a licensed CDL driver to transport children. I used to drive a school bus in Detroit Public Schools. So with that being said, I'm working on a transit van so I can get everybody around one time. One hit it and quit it. Yeah.
Goodness gracious. So let me ask you this. So, out of all your kids, right? Which one is the problem child? Which one is the one that always has a problem, always had an attitude, does not listen? Which one is that child?
Okay, so there's no one that always have an attitude.
Okay.
Let me start there.
That's great.
There's no problem child. That's why both mommy and poppy are here.
That's great.
We both make sure that there's no problem child. All of our children are honest to God. What you see on television is what our children are. They're loving, they're respectful. We remind them of their importance, and we remind them of God's importance, and we remind them of our importance. Absolutely. So I think that's something we've been sort of breeding in them since they were, little children, since they were babies, basically, letting them know our importance and what we're here for. We're here to guide them, right. And I think that's one of the things we go wrong is trying to negotiate. We don't negotiate with our children. We'll explain it to them, but we don't negotiate because there may not be time to negotiate. If there's a fighter in the house, get out. Don't ask me no questions. We got to get out of here.
Absolutely.
And so in saying that, that's I think the cornerstone to maintaining that kind of household. We let them have a ball. Everyone have a ball. We let everyone be expressive. So going back to asking as far as what kind of problem children, do we have any problem children? We just do not. I mean, we have, of course, every now and then someone have an issue and we teach them how to work those issues out within our house. You follow me? So there's no fighting. There's no arguing. You can disagree. You can debate, but there's never no arguing. We don't tolerate that. We have a zero tolerance for that.
I ain't gonna lie. If I was one of your kids and I was in school and I would be talking so much trash. I got 13 siblings. I'm jumping everybody immediately. You said, what about my mama? Come on, guys. Like that. What? It would be gang all day. No. Gang all day. Now, what are the ages of all the kids? Tell them the ages of the kids.
So Darian is 15. Derek will be turning 11 July 17th. Then we have Dallas and Denver. They will be 10 October 9th. Then we have the quintuplets, which will be 8 September 6th. Then we have Dior and Diaz. They just turned 4 on the 23rd of May. And then we have the triplets, which will be 2 years old July 6th. Yeah.
Yeah, when they first called me and told me about this show, I was like, you know what? I said, I should do a challenge and we should switch kids. But then after I seen the episode, nah. My 5 is good, man. See, the good thing about my 5, I got a 19 and a 17, so they kind of take care of themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But 14, I see. Oh my goodness, I'm really surprised they don't drive you crazy. Now, what about Christmas? How is Christmas at the crib?
Christmas is crazy. That's why we haven't gotten to the Christmas episode. So you guys will see the Christmas episode in about 3 more episodes. But Christmas is crazy. There's gifts everywhere. And then there's trash everywhere afterward. I mean, no lie. The living room area, you could literally jump. You and I, as adults, could jump up in that living room area and not hurt ourselves because that's how much trash is in there. It takes us. Oh my God! But it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Only part I hate having to assemble the gifts. After that,
you and me both. You and me both. But that is the worst thing about Christmas with these kids is putting them things together. And sometimes, I went to Hampton University. I'd be trying to read them instructions. I'd be like, look, you know what? It's not worth it to me. It's not worth it to me.
It's not. You'd rather extra money. Yeah.
Now, I was going to ask, so is that it for you as far as kids are concerned?
You got to stay tuned.
Bro, you better stop playing. Bro, you better. And I'm not even saying stop playing because you can't handle it. But your mama looked like she was pissed off. When you brought the last one in, your mama looked like she wanted to give you 5 minutes.
Man, I was surprised at her response. I really was. She explained it, she explained, I'm not sure if you, wait, that scene has aired yet, right? No, I can't say that about that. Y'all got to watch. Y'all got to tune in.
Yeah, I seen her upset. And, the last thing I want to say is, now my wife has OCD, serious OCD, right? Yeah. And if you have kids, if you have 1 kid, OCD is tough. If you have 2, it's very difficult. 3, 4, 5, it's almost impossible. Like I tell people sometimes, my wife's OCD is to the point where, let's say our cabinets or our pantry, she lines up the water, the soda, the Capri Suns in a certain way. So when I get in an argument, I smack the cans and it pisses her the fuck off, right? So how do you deal with OCD with 14 kids and the wife and mama and family members? How? That must drive you crazy, brother.
It does. It has been a huge learning process that I have not mastered. I mean, still, turn that down, baby. I can hear that. I've not mastered that yet. A lot of our children, I find they're sort of catching on to my OCD ways, but also I think what's helping is they're seeing the benefit in us having some type of structure and order, because it helps us to maneuver. You know, we're swifter, we're quicker, and they see the benefit when things are in disarray. It knocks everything off. So for them, they're getting it. And like I tell my wife, I says, baby, they're going to be grown one day. They're going to be in this house. Some of them are going to come back and they're going to move out and come back. We need to have this thing so together where we know they're on top of it and we know that they know how to be in this house. So she's sort of seeing it, you know, it benefits us, but it's like, for me, it really does get on my nerve. I really hate at times that I have it.
And when it comes to homeschooling, because we had the pandemic, and of course, you know, all of us had to, you know, all the parents had to homeschool and open up laptops. So you mean you have 14 laptops, 14 computers, 14 kids on school at the same time, 14 color this, 14 color that, 14 was 3 plus 2 was 2 times 2. Help me divide this. What is a whatever? 14 of them? Well, I know some of them are young, but shoot, even if there's 10 of them.
Exactly. But so no to the 14. We had about 9, which was still too much. But thank God my wife handles that department. I mean, I'm like the principal, right? I'm like the principal in the school. My wife she's boots on ground. I just sort of manage things from afar. Hey, boy, you better straighten up. You know, your mother's talking to you. But my wife is the one that's actually in the trenches getting them together. I mean, she does it on a religious basis. As a matter of fact, I just picked them up from tutoring today. They go to math tutoring every Thursday, which is great. I mean, it's a blessing. But having said that, my wife is the one that's doing every single thing with them. I do very little. I'm just overseeing, making sure that the classrooms are in order.
My brother, well, good luck with everything. I'm going to stay tuned in. I ain't gonna lie, when I first see that, I wasn't really into it like that because I was like, oh, they did in vitro. This is Octomom on steroids. But then when I heard the story that naturally had 14 babies and you guys are busting your ass and no, it's like a fear factor challenge with y'all. 14 kids, put them in a house, no nanny, go. Like, that is crazy. That is crazy. But I wish you guys the best, and I'll definitely be tuning in 7 o'clock. What day? It's Tuesday, 7 o'clock?
Well, no, it's Doubling Down with the Doricos every Tuesday on TLC, 10 o'clock Eastern Time, depending on what your cable provider is. But Eastern Time, TLC, streaming on Discovery Plus, Doubling Down with the Doricos. Episode 2 airs next week.
All right, well, we're gonna have to get you, the wife, and the older kids on the Breakfast Club. I want them all up there. I want to have them all.
We'll make it happen.
Not the smaller ones. We want the older ones, the ones that can talk and all that. We want them all up there. I don't know if we got enough seats, so then someone got to stand. I think that would be a great show, but
you don't. Yes. Hey, look, you don't have enough seats. I can tell you that right now. But no, that would be a great show. And it'll give you a chance to see them bust a move. And I got a couple of them that want to be singers and DJs. So I think we'll be able to let them do some spinning on the wheels of steel. They can do a little spinning on the wheels of steel themselves.
There you have it. All right, brother. Well, I appreciate you, and I'll definitely tune in. And all you guys out there watching, definitely tune in. And I know where I'm going to drop my kids off if they start driving me crazy. I'm going to drop them right off at your house. I'm going to ring the doorbell, and I'm going to run.
We won't notice a difference. We won't notice a difference.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you soon.
You too, brother. Take it easy.
All righty.